Well, hello there, Adam Adamant. We are once again in the throes of adventure. This is Audioheads, a geek assembled little podcast, and we're going to discuss Adam Adamant Lives, Volume 2. And this one is called A Slight Case of Reincarnation, which is, yeah, it's true, actually, kind of. Or is it? With us are Lee and Jake, and to discuss it with me. And as they introduce themselves, I'd like them to do their opening thoughts. So go ahead, Lee, will you please?
All right. Before our opening thoughts, occasionally we do delve into a box set first episode without listening to a previous box set, but we have done an Adam Adamant before, episode 1 of box set 1. This is episode 1 of box set 2, what we're talking about. Sometimes it does pay to listen to the full box set from the previous season to get what was going on in episode 1 of box set 2. But listening to this story of Slight Case of Reincarnation, you kind of get used to what happened by the end of box set 1. The Adamant believes that his friend has died. He's given his day job of being the gentleman hero. He's lost all. He just doesn't want to do it because he's lost his friend. It's an interesting thing on. This is brilliant. It can be a little bit confused. You've got, is it Blitz Ritten playing Adam Adamant, but he's also playing the face, which is the enemy of Adam Adamant. And I can see this is good because where it ends up at the end of this episode, there is a lot of questions to be here. What's going on? But it is enjoyable. The bank robber dressed as a woman, and Adam Adamant's friends trying to get more involved, being a hero again. You just don't want to know. And they believe Adam Adamant seen his friend who supposedly has died. But yeah, it was an interesting. Only 45 minutes, so it didn't drag. Entertained. It was quite enjoyable piece. Seeing as we did miss out on the last 3 episodes of box set, but over to you, Susan.
Yeah, thanks. And with your introduction, please give your opening thoughts, Jake.
Well, as some of you remember from my last review of Adam Adamant, I did not enjoy that audio at all because I'm not very familiar with Adam Adamant, and unlikely, I had no idea what happened in the first box set of Adam Adamant. But saying that, I did enjoy this story much more than I did the previous one we listened to. Although saying that, I didn't think it was that of an exciting story, if that makes sense. I found, even though I enjoyed it more, I still think it could have done a bit more, if you know what I mean, because I don't really grasp this whole concept of this series enough to be able to say, I love it, it's a dog's bollocks. And I usually like Guy Adams stuff, but it is good if you're going to get rid of 45 minutes. It's fast paced. It went surprisingly quickly. I thought I was going to be sitting there for the hour, then all of a sudden the end credits play, and I'm like, oh. But the only trouble with this series for me, including the other one I listened to, is I really struggle to remember what happened in them an hour after I've listened to it. That's how much it's not sticking in my brain. I'm not saying it's bad script writing. It's good script writing. It's just the stories don't necessarily stick with me. But saying that, someone in this order, I don't know who the actor was, sounded an awful lot like John Woodnutt of Doctor Who fame, who played Broton, the Duke of Forgill. I kept listening like, He sounds so much like him. Well, yeah, that's the only thing I can really pick up for now. Until Lee and you jog my.
All right, who did you think it sounded like?
John Woodnut of Doctor Who fame.
Okay, well, there's a guy who played Corky and the Crook, and he's Robert Whitelock, and then Andrew Wincott played Muller and the bystander and the first Crook, and so that was.
I think it might have been Blake Harrison who played Adam Adamant, who I thought sounded a little bit like John Woodnut. I kept thinking, is this the Duke of Forgill? I'm so confused.
Well, Adamant is a Victorian adventurer, who came back to 1960s. It talks posh, so it might be the character, the main character.
Yeah.
It won't be John because he passed a few years ago. It's not in one.
So yeah, it was a good story. Georgina, it was all centered around Georgina and whether or not she was alive or dead, or she was this other lady. And it seemed like there were two of them, and then there seemed like there was one of them, and then at the end you're like, did she even ever die? Because Georgina was supposedly dead at the end of the first one, and at the end of the first box set. And so you come back and you're like, what happened here? And Adam Adamant was just like not doing it anymore. He basically said, "Oh, sod it. I've got to do something else. I don't want to. It's just too dangerous and stuff. Or maybe I'm just too sad." But anyway, he was done with being a hero. And then there was this line about an Edwardian adventuress, and I was like, I know of a certain Doctor Who character who fits that profile anyway. So yeah, there was a lot of intrigue with the crooks, and the highwayman was played by Dan Starkey, and yeah, that was a cool scene. And then there was the scene in the jails, and that was a cool scene. And so I'll just let you guys say your favorite moments. So back over to you, Lee. Let's keep saying.
Well, I like the scene for when Adamant jumps in the car and Dan starts to drive the car as well. It playing the driver, and that conversation where it's takes to the asylum. That is a good, it's what, maybe 4 minutes, and it's brilliantly done. The conversation really done well. And I do the crossover between Adam Adamant and the face, because it does play ahead. The face, the arch enemy of Adamant, ends up in cliffhangers asylum. He's been sent to the asylum as someone else because he believes it's very, very confusing, and it makes me think, is Adamant real? Or, is it a thing of his imagination? This is where the box set's going. Just episode. I watched it about episode 1. It didn't do much, but it was actually building up what carries on next few episodes. So it was enjoyable. It's good acting, all. So you soon.
All right. Yeah, I like the messing with the mind bit. the face. That was good. And lots of Stockholm syndrome type things happening, kind of thing. And so back over to you, Jake. What are your favorite moments?
I liked the bit where we got Adam Adamant dealing with grief. Obviously, I didn't know that it was because of it, because I didn't know that woman died. I didn't really pick that up from it, but I like the way I'm not doing that sod you sort of thing. And I thought it was a very interesting way of like seeing the different side to a character. He's usually, from what I presume, all confident and heroic, and how he can't really care. And what Lee said, it is setting up an arc, but I just don't think I'm going to be interested enough or invested enough to carry on with the arc. That's not shade to Guy Adams. I like, it's just, I'm not a big Adam Adamant fan.
No, I can dig that. And so yeah, that the how they deal with Georgina, like they present her as another character, and then she's like, and then they have the file follow her. I like that bit, and then they the recognition is key, and like the way that Adam Adamant is trying to recognize himself while facing the face, and that was key. And at the end, the recognition that maybe she didn't actually die, that there was something more, nefarious going on, and the whole doubles and things like that. That was great, and uh, the bank robbery scene was cool. And yeah, so I'm just like, I really am liking this. It is a bit Bondish, and that's fun, but it's got a little bit more like this one got a little bit more like The Prisoner for obvious reasons, and so that was an intriguing twist. And so I'll open the floor. What do you guys? Anything you guys want to drop into the conversation right now?
Um, I mean, I don't really remember the TV series in the 60s. It was a bit before my time. I mean, it's a cult classic. So I don't know whether this, they take Adam Adamant sort of plays with what before, or they totally reimagine it. I don't know, to be honest.
Neither
But
do I.
to me, a good thing. Uh, you've got good writing, you've got good acting. Yeah, it can be a bit confusing if you get into this. But it's one of those things. If you keep it and keep at it, it may get easy for you. But it's a good one.
Yeah. All right. And Jake, anything left? Anything? All right. Would you like to give your final say and score then, Jake, please?
Well, I want to say something. My favourite bit is still the theme tune. It's a very catchy theme tune that I do catch myself singing along to. I do listen to these audios. I even have it on my like. I'm not singing it, but it's on my liked list on YouTube with all my other favourite theme tunes. Anyway, but overall, I'm going to give it a 6, which is the average good score for me. It's good. That's the score. I'll give it 6.
Oh, all right. And then Lee, how about you?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. As you say, it could build up for a story arc. So I'm going to give it 1.5.
All right. Well, I'll give it an 8. I enjoyed it as well. Um, I think that I'm interested in finding out what happened with Georgina. So I'll continue on in this thing. And I do enjoy the theme song. It is a catchy tune there, Jake.
Come on, Jay, sing it.
Go ahead and sing it.
Come on. You don't want to.
I don't get.
He doesn't get paid enough? What? All right. Well, sorry about that. I'm not paying two people too well then. Tough. All right. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Please like and share this thing widely. And if you want to join us, talk to Lee, get in touch with Lee on the Facebook group or his Twitter or the or any of the other ways that you can connect with him. And for all of us here at Geeks Assembled, I'd like to say, Adam Adamant. It's a good song. It's a good song.
Oh, was that it?
That's all I'm going to sing. But it's a good song. Talk to you guys later.